Hello, this is Mr. Bacon Bits, and welcome back to Xenoblade X Definitive Edition. Today I'm going to cover Story Chapter 5, but there's some things we'll need to do first before we can accept the mission. There's some prerequisites. We'll need to do the Affinity Mission Renewed Will first in order to get us acquainted with Arena. It's a super quick and simple mission. We'll need to have also planted a data probe at Oblivia's entrance. This is a brand new continent we'll be exploring in this chapter, and it's kind of a doozy, so get ready. The continent is located far to the northeast of Primordia, past a natural bridge. Just head inside a bit and you'll find it, like what I'm showing in the footage. Finally, we'll need to be prepared. The required level is 1, but I recommend being around level 18 to 20 for your team, which is around the range that this version of the game recommends too. On top of that, look through your gear. For resistances this time, I recommend Ether and Beam. That'll help quite a bit. If you don't see much of a selection, try getting all your AMs up to level 3 just in case. Just be wary of heavy gear. They specialize in defense but not resistances, and that doesn't help as much. Finally, there are some free augments that I would recommend to pick up if you haven't already done so yourself. These are augments that I personally feel are most valuable, but for right now, I'll only do Primordia. On the southern end of Janpath Lake is some white whale wreckage. This contains humanoid criticals up 3, which increases the chance of crit hits on humanoid enemies by 6. West of the sea-swept base, on a cliff with a view of NLA, is some alien wreckage containing back attack plus 5. This boosts damage by 9% when attacking from behind. Put this on a character that specializes in positioning, like Elma. Right at the entrance of Oblivia is some alien wreckage that contains insectoid criticals up 3. Pretty self-explanatory there, considering the first one I covered. Just west of that one is another piece of alien wreckage, this time containing max HP up 10. This will increase max HP by 550, so this might be good on either some of your more fragile characters, or if your tanks are good at keeping aggro, you can put this on them to keep them going for longer. North of Biano Lake, there's a white whale container in the middle of the river. A carefully timed running jump is necessary to get over to it. This will contain potential up 3, which increases potential by 8. Not much, but every little bit helps in this early stage of the game. Now for kind of a dangerous infiltration mission for these last few. Up on Bedrock Hold, which is a prone base near the entrance to Noctilum, are 3 treasures to note. This first one is guarded by a Rebel Queen Kamova that might aggro unless you use Shadowrunner while popping it open. This and the last one can be reached by entering through the west entrance of the base. This one contains max HP up 3. Not as good as the previous one, as it only increases HP by 200, but still fairly decent. On the other side of the base, up on some higher land, is some white whale wreckage containing max TP up 3. You can get up here much easier than you realize. Remember that you can very clearly climb like a mountain goat in various areas, and this is one such instance. This augment increases max TP by 700. Not bad. In the center of the base is an alien container on top of a building. The building itself is not guarded except for a lone female prone on the roof, so just target another enemy to activate Shadowrunner, get in there and grab the treasure, and leave immediately. This treasure not only has a large amount of EXP, money, and BP, but also contains gravity resistance up 10, which increases resistance to gravity element attacks by 14. This will be helpful in the coming chapters.
I wish I was this strong and I needed to be.
All geared up and ready to go? Here's what I got myself. Feel free to pause and look it over. Also upgraded some of my arts for the party. Let's go ahead and accept the mission. Keep in mind that you cannot bring Irina and Gwyn with you on this one. Also, if you were curious, here's a list of all the normal and affinity missions that can now be tackled if you wish to do so, barring future chapter conditions.
What should I whip up today?
If I were to choose... I think something fried.
That is a great idea!
Lindley! What is Lindley making?
Fried chicken. We're out of meat, so we'll need something that tastes like chicken. Or should I say someone who tastes like chicken?
What? Tatsu not taste like chicken? Tatsu tastes like poop! And poison! Tatsu tastes like poison poop!
Wait, I just remembered. We have plenty of chicken.
Hey! Lindley did that on purpose! Lindley is cruel and mean!
Food's up! Come and get it!
I can't get over your cooking, Lynn. That was delicious.
Thanks, Gwyn. Glad you liked it. I hope it was enough. If I'd known we were expecting company, I definitely would have made more.
Yes! Then maybe Tatsu could eat full portion!
Sorry, Pint Size. What Gwyn lacks in stature, he more than makes up for with his monstrous appetite. He's kind of a pig.
Okay, first of all, I'm taller than you. And second, you just ate almost double what I did. Who's the pig here?
I'm assuming you didn't just come here to argue. What's going on?
So, we had this extermination order up around the northern coast. Some violent indigents that got a little too touchy-feely. Apparently banged up a few outfitters. Pretty standard stuff.
We're all prepped and about to head out, and then bam! Another job comes in from Commander Tanktop. I mean, I know we're the best and all, but seriously.
Sounds rough. All right, you take the indigents, and we'll take Vandam's job.
Thank you, Colonel. Let me walk you through the intel. These images I'm about to show you are from a probe in Oblivia.
Is that a ship of some sort? Can't really tell from that distance.
Yeah, it's hard to grasp the scale with such long-range images. Whatever it is, it's getting hammered.
Friends must do something to help poor ship! Tatsu will not stand for this injustice!
Says the one guy who never actually fights anything.
It's difficult to say for sure from this, but that craft on the right, I bet it's ganglion. It shares aspects of their mech design.
Our thoughts exactly. The assignment is to get there and confirm one way or another. We don't know who built the ship that's under attack, but as the commander so elegantly put it, our enemy's enemies might be our pals. I'm inclined to agree. If we're gonna settle here on Mira, we'll need all the friends we can get.
That's for sure. All right, thanks for the info. We'll take it from here.
Thank you, Colonel.
I'm already quite tired of the Tatsu food jokes at this point. Anyway, since we've gotten preparations already underway, all we need to do is skip travel to that data probe by Oblivia's entrance and head on in. Just a simple, point, click, and teleport there. Unless you want to just walk all the way there. That's an option for you as well. Man, look at this place. Look at the view.
Welcome to Sandy Bum Canyon.
AKA Oblivia?
Huh? Olivia? Friends really name it that?
You know I said Oblivia.
Lindley, listen to Tatsu. This place always have sandstorms. Sands get everywhere. Therefore, Sandy Bum Canyon. Nopon ancestors name it just fine ages ago. Or does Lindley think she better name her than native Mirren peoples?
What? No.
Good. Tatsu accept Lindley apology and forgive. This time.
Strange. There's nothing here. It was hard to tell the scale of it from the grainy images. But that ship should have at least been big enough to spot from here.
Yeah. Huh? Elma, look!
Another new Xeno species.
Hang on. Maybe I can pick up what they're saying.
Impossible! I'm telling you, just us is impossible, okay? Stop talking like that, would you? We have to do this, right? For everyone back on the ship. But how are we supposed to destroy the turrets? This place is likely crawling with ganglion, no?
So they're not ganglion, at least.
Yeah. It sounded like they're fighting against them to me.
Friends. Tatsu knows. Those are Manon. Manon appeared on Mira maybe year before Friends?
I know that sound. What is it, Elma?
Just Tatsu, the ganglion, and now these Manon. Don't you find it a little odd that we can understand these alien languages?
Good point.
Maybe there's a device that's translating us?
Right? Must be something like that.
But we haven't been using our comm devices when we've been talking with Tatsu.
Well, Tatsu is fluent. More or less.
Tatsu, did you study our language?
Friends language?
What language are we speaking right now?
What language? Nopon, of course. Friends Nopon very good, by the way.
See? Xenoforms have different anatomy, physiology, different vocal setups in general. It seems likely they would struggle with our pronunciations. And yet here we are, conversing.
But if they can't even produce the sounds, this shouldn't be possible.
No, it shouldn't be. Unless our words aren't being perceived as sounds at all. Maybe our intent is getting across some other way. But how? Could it be something about this planet?
Someone sounds pretty intrigued, huh?
Well, what if it is some kind of new phenomenon? Aren't you curious to learn more?
Alright, now you're starting to sound just like Elle.
Okay already. Friends talk less, help Manon more. After all, Tatsu have reputation as hero pawn to uphold here.
Sure. Right after a quick snack.
I'm not sure how much we can help, but we should at least make contact. Agreed?
So that was interesting. I think that's one of those things that you don't really think about unless it's brought up. I wonder what's causing the automatic translation for everybody. And it's possibly not even related to sound. I know with L, he's actually trying to speak human language due to his broken phrasing, but others? Yeah. Anyway, we're introduced to a hazard known only as bottomless pits, like the giant one right in front of us. Don't fall into one. Though there is an achievement for doing so. Either way, just look at how vast and mysterious this land is. There's stone ruins and towers with engravings, floating islands, giant pipes, and massive fallen structures like that ring way off in the distance. Actually, there's multiple rings. What could all of this be from? Well, according to the Nopon around here, there used to be an ancient civilization who lived on floating islands before they came crashing down from the sky for some unknown reason. Wonder if we'll be able to get deeper into the history behind this planet. Sounds intriguing. Anyway, as I make my way to those aliens, I might as well get into the weather effects for Oblivia. Lots of harmful weather here. Aside from clear weather, electromagnetic storms provides electric attack up 5, ranged accuracy down 4, and ranged attack down 4. It also causes constant weather damage, so you might have to avoid battling until it goes away. Sandstorms are bad as well. It gives ranged accuracy down 4, melee accuracy down 3, ranged attack down 5, and beam attack down 4. Ouch. Heat wave logically can occur during sunlight only and has ranged accuracy down 2, melee attack down 5, and thermal attack up 3. I covered rain before, with rainbow usually occurring after rain in most regions, and providing critical chance up 5 and potential up 3. Following up the positive weather to finish this off, we have aurora and meteor showers only showing up at night. Aurora offers crit chance up 3, potential up 3, and ether attack 3, while meteor showers offers crit chance up 3 and gravity attack up 3. Overall, just kinda dangerous weather in Oblivia. You'll have to be prepared against it if you want to explore this place.
Hey, is everything alright?
Relax. Tatsu here to help.
No! More aliens! Here, look! They've got food, too! No pun takeout, yes?
Tatsu is not takeout or food. Humans are personnel to assist Tatsu.
Personnel?
No, Tatsu mean personnel favorites.
Then humans are friendly? Humans are not working with the ganglion?
Sorry for the scare. We're from a planet called Earth. The ganglion are enemies to us as well.
Enemies, you say? That means you're friends to the Manon, yes? We are Manon, you know. Ours is an advanced civilization. You can tell, right? The ganglion desire our technology. But Earth human heroes have come to save us, right? I'm right?
I hope so. Why don't one of you tell us what happened?
Oh, okay. I got this one. Let me answer this one, okay? So this is where we are now, right? Our ship is hiding in that big crevasse, under the fog and stuff, you follow? But the ganglion have it surrounded with anti-aircraft turrets, you see?
Okay, so in other words, if we can destroy their weapons, your ship can escape.
Exactly. They have 3 turrets set up around the area. You see them now? We need you to destroy them all, okay? Please?
Got it. We don't want the ganglion controlling the airspace here any more than you do. We'd be happy to help out.
You mean it? You'll help us? Oh, thank you!
Strange-looking aliens, but I suppose no stranger than Tatsu and others like him if you really think about it. So we're gonna need to take on some anti-air turrets, but they're all pretty far from each other. So as I make my way to the first one, there's a little subject I want to bring up. Back during the Wii U version's Japanese pre-release window, a Japanese website was launched that went in-depth into the features of the game, but one thing of much bigger importance came about because of it. A special page featuring 2 short stories that contained 5 chapters each. These were official prequel stories for the game, detailing the life of the White Whale's inhabitants and their struggles to restart civilization on Mira shortly after crash landing. Despite the name, they were actually a bit lengthy, and unfortunately were never officially translated. But unofficial fan translations came out a few years after release and can be read by anyone. Most of the translation is in one spot by Gisenku, but one of the chapters never got translated there. Lou Galbanda picked up the slack with that one, so if you're curious, I left links to them in the description so you can read them. But I'm planning something special with them in the hopefully near future. It's just going to require a lot of work. There is also another short story that was featured in the Art of Mira book, which actually recently got a reprint, so if you want to grab that, maybe you have the chance to. That one has not been translated yet, though. So, but it does talk about Skells and stuff, which might explain a few game mechanics, actually. Anyway, we should be close to the first turret by now, but you'll notice we're near an enemy tower covered in level 50 to 60 enemies. We'll need to get around this, and the best method I've found, without going out too far, is taking this inner lower path that I'm in next to the gigantic chasm. Aside from this part right here, you'll pass by the enemy base and reach the cannon at the other side, with much more manageable enemy levels. Also, yeah, this electromagnetic storm is hurting right now. Weather can actually kill you, so just change the weather. Change the time. That usually should get rid of the weather. Yeah. Sometimes the weather can be really annoying in this region. And there's also another region with annoying weather, but I won't be covering that on the main story for quite a while. But yes, we are at the other end of that base. The target is right up there. It is a Zig, which is basically a long-range cannon. Just gonna head up here. And yeah, instead of having to deal with those higher-level enemies, we can just waltz right on over here with level 20-ish enemies. Much more manageable. I'm gonna fight a few of these to get them out of the way. I'll go ahead and skip forward. Alright, so this turret itself is not too dangerous considering its level. Its most common art is Homing Beam, which, if you've gotten proper resistances, shouldn't be much of an issue. Its more powerful Flame Launcher art relies on the weapons on its sides, so try to focus on destroying those first. There is a chance that you might destroy the Zig before you're able to destroy the turrets, though. But yeah, see, it's already, like, past the halfway point. Almost there.
One down.
2 to go. Let's move.
Every time you take one of those down, cutscene plays, which will immediately kick you out of any battle, so might be good to know for the future. At any rate, with that one taken down, it's time for the next two, which is across the giant chasm. We just need to find the nearby natural bridge. It should be past this little base over here. You know, it's kind of a shame. I would have liked to see if there was, like, a couple of treasures in that base that I just passed, but nothing really. And it's like one of those, like, ancient ruins bases. But yeah, here we go. Needle Bridge, BC. You know what? From here on, I am going to actually switch out to Lyn. Since, basically gonna show off her prowess as a tank. Considering in, like, Chapter 3 I showed off Elma. And, you know, it's a good idea to, like, experiment with different playstyles, so things don't get boring. But anyway, with these pugs right here, you need to aggro them at a distance and keep the party and assemble the party close to you, because otherwise the pugilith at the other end will spot you and will join the party, and yeah, will join the enemy party and basically annihilate you. So you need to be very conscious about that. In fact, I actually died a few times because I was trying to figure out a way to do this flawlessly. Especially because there is a unique monster around here that you can accidentally aggro. Okay. So what we're going to have to do, since this pugilith has some pretty decent sight range, we're going to have to move when it turns around. Mesa Fortress. You know the funny thing about this? Now that we've got that landmark, we can actually teleport further in. But I'm not going to do that. Let's just go ahead and kind of hide behind this building and take out these prone here, so that we're not in detection range of that pugilith. And again, I'm going to cut ahead with these battles. Okay, those are taken care of. Let's step into this base when the pugilith isn't looking. And just head up to the top of this base here. Although there is a treasure like halfway up, so you might want to grab that. It's like right out here. Just step outside and go left. Yeah, might as well. And there is a pug there. I'm honestly not sure how you say pug. I don't know. But yeah, here we go. We can take out these enemies up here on the roof. And this one too. Okay, I kind of aggroed the pug at the lower level, but before crossing over, Do not get aggroed by these guys, because it will, as you can see, it pretty much aggroes everything in sight, including that high-level pugilith there. So, I'm gonna cut back to the top of that base. What you should be doing here is do Shadowrunner. Do the Shadowrunner trick. Yes. Just like this. And we are heading up the... We're heading up the natural ramp here, because this is where the next Zig is located. You should be safe up here, though. So if you need to take down some enemies, go ahead and do so. Yeah, just ran out, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take down this thing. Okay. We should be safe up here, even though there is a close to level 30 pugilith over there. Just as long as you don't stray too far away from the Zig. I'll go ahead and keep this battle here, because I'm basically just going to transition right to battling the next Zig. But yeah, as you can see, Lynn is actually very efficient at tanking, if you know what to do with her. Like, just give her the proper resistances. She has a very easy taunt maneuver that also gives her battery, TP. Especially much more if the team morale is up. But yeah, you can, like... She's a very efficient TP battery. And I believe there also is an art where she can transfer TP over to the party, but I'm not entirely sure. I may be confusing that with another party member. I know I'm supposed to know everything about this game, but there's just so much in this game that it's kind of easy to forget some details.
We should buff up now.
Okay, so I didn't actually transition right to battling the Zig, but let's go ahead and start it anyway. Alright.
I'll try.
This second turret, it is pretty much the same as the previous one, except this one has a different art. Instead of flame launcher, it's like flame cannon or something. You'll see it on screen. Otherwise, it's not really that different. Ah. Almost there. A little more than halfway done. Took care of one of the cannons. The turrets. And there we go.
Even my cooking got better.
Number 2 goes boom!
Just one more left.
Okay, the next one is further down the base. Let's just, kind of go down here. Could probably just take down these two enemies right here. Alright, those were taken care of. Let's see. Let's just go this way. I do not want to face that pugilist, so I'm just gonna kind of jump over to here and go around the cliff side here. Yeah. There's a treasure there on the bridge, and that's actually where the Mesa Fortress skip travel point takes you to. Alright, so, before moving on, Lynn did learn a couple of new arts, and I switched them around, so I'm showing them here on the arts palette. But, before moving on, I didn't actually do this, but you can go up this nearby building, you can go up the nearby tower to a higher ledge, and that's where, like, an FN site is. It might be cool to, like, grab that. This place over here, I would actually advise to just use the Shadowrunner trick again here. I'm using Blood Sacrifice to get some TP, and then Shadowrunner. And then make a break for it to the turret. Because you can very easily aggro the Pugilith here. It's not as high level as the other ones, but it can still put the hurt on. Anyway, we're at this last turret here, this last Zig. And once again, it is the same except for one art, which is actually Beam this time. But, even though the first two turrets were flame, had like, powerful flame arts, these weren't the ones that, I recommended Beam and Ether Resistance on. It'll come later. But yeah, this thing's almost dead. Turns out I still can do a lot of damage.
Is that it?
Right, that's the third one. That should be all of them.
The Manon will be thrilled. Let's head back and meet up with them.
And there we go! If you want to explore a bit more, there is a path that loops around back to the entrance of Oblivia. They are kind of higher leveled, but, you know, might be worth looking into. But for the sake of time for this video, I'm just going to be skip traveling over there. Alright, here we go. Where are they?
Huh. No sign of the Manon anywhere. Where would they go?
Maybe back to their ship?
Friends, look! Over there! Boom booms!
Let's check it out.
Oh crap, they might be in trouble. We need to head towards that direction. Get to the closest skip travel point that we unlocked and head on over to that butte. The closest one most likely will be Aeroy Plain. It is kind of crazy how big and seamless this game's world is. It was a wonder that they managed to do this on the Wii U, but, you know, they actually managed to do this on the Switch again, but with a higher resolution. Imagine that, because the previous version on the Wii U, I think it was only 720p. This one is 1080p. Pretty dang cool. But I think it's because they managed to make some technical shortcuts. Like, the game still looks great. The game still looks pretty good. But they made some, like, technical shortcuts so that the game isn't as intensive. But anyway, we're here over at the Broken Hill, BC. We just need to cross over the bridge here, over to the ruins on the butte. Doesn't matter which one you take here. And, yeah, I'm gonna be taking on this battle. I'm just gonna skip past it. Okay. Ruins on the butte. There's a lot more we can explore here, but this is urgent. So... Oh, and it's getting dark, too.
Just in time. Now go, quickly.
You saved us, yes? Thank goodness! We saw you take care of those turrets, you know? We owe you one. Big time, okay?
Earth aliens? Earth.
Yes. Saves us the trouble of hunting them down.
You won't enjoy it. Be careful. Let's come on in first.
Cool-looking Skells, but we need to fight them off. Thankfully, at our level, and with some beam and ether resistance, these shouldn't be much of an issue at all. Just eliminate the platoon Kamovas first, and then the chief, as the less you have to deal with sooner, the better. Also, funnily enough, the platoons have more arts than the chief does. Kind of funny. But yeah, destroying parts of these mechs is pretty easy to do, so, as always, focus on destroying parts. It doesn't quite limit their art usage this time, but it does stagger them, giving you precious time to pack on the damage.
Primer! Balance breaker! Did it! Triple
I'm not entirely sure which one is which, because each of the platoons has a different weapon, which changes their arts. But I couldn't quite figure it out. It's alright, this is almost dead. Now for the Chief. Again, still pretty easy to take down. Lao! Damn! What is with you going down? I thought I gave you some decent resistances. What happened? I guess maybe he got targeted and got the brunt of all the attacks. That's alright, this is almost down. Okay. Need to get you back on your feet, Lao. Almost done. Nice! We saved the day.
Woohoo! Dance of victory!
Damn it!
Are you alright?
What? A friend is a robot?
I'm gonna block all feedback to the nervous circuits. Still hurt?
Wait a second. You don't remember anything about your body being a mimeosome, do you?
She's losing her biocirculatory plasma. I can't fix this here. Elma, I need you to contact the Mimeosome Maintenance Center for me. Ask them to have a Type 085 left arm and transfusion ready ASAP.
You got it.
I'm going to have to take you offline for a bit here, okay? We'll resuscitate you back in New LA. Don't worry, you're gonna be fine. I promise, okay?
So, wait a minute. You're telling me Elma didn't think to tell us that we are a robot, considering we had complete amnesia? That's actually kind of funny. But also, pretty cool plot twist. Also kind of fucked up. Yep, we're in the maintenance center, which is basically the Mimeosome hospital. Wow. It was right under our noses, wasn't it? I guess that also explains the reason why we could, like, jump so high and not take any fall damage. That's interesting. But, seems like Elma and Lynn are gonna explain things, so I'll keep quiet.
Welcome back.
So, how's that new left arm feeling?
This just feels weird.
That's strange. The analytical scans didn't pick up any major problems. We know your fluids are circulating properly, and it looks like you can definitely control your fingers. You should be back to normal.
If Lynn says the scans check out, I'm sure it'll be fine. It can take some time to readjust. It's kind of like phantom limb syndrome, just in reverse.
That must be it. You did just have the operation. Sadly, there's nothing I can do to speed up the sync process. Just give it a little time. You'll see.
Before we go any further, I wanted to apologize. I should have realized you might have forgotten about this, but as you probably noticed, the body you're inhabiting is artificial. We call them mimeosomes. MIMS for short.
Mimeosomes are designed to mimic human physiology as much as possible. The whole point is for us to forget about them. That way we can still enjoy the things we love, like cooking.
We're all like this. Every single crew member that escaped on the White Whale. All of us are MIMS.
But why would friends all become robots?
Well, just think about it. It could have taken decades to find a new planet to call home, or even centuries. We had no idea. Who would want to crew the ship if they knew they were going to grow old or die along the way?
Tatsu see Linley Point.
Our actual bodies are waiting in the lifehold, in stasis with all the human passengers. We control our mimeosomes remotely from there. So you see, that's why it's so important for us to find and protect the lifehold. Our lives are on the line here too. If the lifehold were to stop functioning for any reason while we're still there in stasis,
everyone, including every MIM in New LA, would drop dead on the spot.
That reminds me, something else you should know. It's possible for us to switch to another mimeosome if these bodies fail or become too badly damaged. But the process requires equipment from the Lifehold Core, the central unit of the whole operation.
So what if Gangly and her big beasties smash Friends' robot MIMS?
We wouldn't be able to come back yet.
For now, we need to consider these MIMS as precious as we would our real, actual bodies. Don't get reckless out there just because you're in a mimeosome. That's an order, you hear? One last thing, and I need to trust you all to keep this quiet. It's sensitive info, so HQ has only been telling team leaders about it. We can't have a panic on our hands. The readout on Blade Tower. You've seen it? It's not some kind of special clock or anything like that. It's a countdown.
Big number counts down to what?
The Lifehold's shutting down.
What?
The Lifehold lost its power source when we lost the White Whale. It's been running on backup ever since. We need to locate the Lifehold and get a power source in place by the time that percentage reaches 0.
And if we don't?
These bodies will no longer sustain us.
We'll die.
Not just die, Lynn. Die out. It would mean the end of the human race as we know it. The end of everything.
Well, on that cheerful note...
Okay, Rook. You good to go? Then let's report back to HQ. I'm sure the commander will want to hear about this himself.
Right.
Huh. Alright. That raised the stakes even more. First it was the Ganglion actively searching for Lifehold pieces to destroy them. Now we're under a race to find the Lifehold core before it shuts down, killing us all. Thankfully, like many other RPGs, the narrative pauses until we decide to progress the main story, so we're not actually under a time limit. Anyway, let's go talk to Vandam. He's in front of the Blade Tower. I decided to change it to daytime.
Welcome back. Your floppy friends here filled me in on everything. You did good. Just watch yourself out there, big shot. You're still new at this, and we can't afford to lose you. We've only got so many spare parts to go around.
Feeling better, are we? You took a nasty hit, no?
She'll be fine. I patched her up myself.
That's great, isn't it? We were worried sick, you know? We're still new in town, so we don't have many other friends here yet.
Wait, then Manon will live here too?
Correct. The NLA government has reached an accord with the Manon people. A friendship treaty. It guarantees their safety and provides them a place to settle here in the city.
That's great to hear, Director General. I wasn't sure how you'd react.
We don't need to be from the same species to be able to recognize our common ground. Someone told me that once.
That was a lifetime ago. That's quite a memory you have.
A blessing and a curse, believe me.
So you're all stuck here too, right? We were just cruising along out in space, you know? And suddenly, our nav system goes all screwy, and we find ourselves here. Which is pretty weird, considering our tech is far more advanced than anything Samar's got. You saw how bad they wanted it, yeah?
Samar? I thought it was the Ganglion that attacked you.
You don't know about Samar? Seriously? As in the Interstellar Federation, Samar? I mean, they only rule over a radius of 6 million light years or so of space.
6 million? But that would span multiple galaxies.
Well, yeah. The Ganglion are a run-of-the-mill crime syndicate. Just one tiny part of Samar, you know?
Just one tiny part. My good man, in the spirit of our agreement, we'd appreciate any intelligence you'd be willing to share.
Of course, of course. We'll tell you all we know, okay? After all, we are friends now, right? We are, right? Friends? Earth human heroes will protect us, right? Because we live here now. Right? Oh, look, look! Here comes our little ship now.
Oh, they didn't let the music finish! Anyway, Chapter 5 is done, and we now have the Manon on our side. This also means a brand new area of NLA to explore. I didn't mention it before, but this also gives us a duplicator probe, which basically does what it says on the tin. It duplicates the effects of whatever probe it is connected to. But we've got some new tutorials. A big thing that's been unlocked is Overdrive. With 3000 TP, you can activate an advanced mode that powers up your arts and gives you various benefits. More on that in a minute. Though there is an interesting thing I want to mention. Here it states that the Mimiosome tech grants humans the power of Overdrive. But what about other non-MIMs, like L? Well, that's not a plot hole for gameplay convenience, because in the Japanese version, Overdrive is more so talked like it's a piece of gear, rather than being part of the MIMs. So there you go. It also talks about customizing the barracks, but I already went through that in the Chapter 4 video. In case you forgot, there is a customization terminal in the middle of the barracks where you can do just that, among other things. Taking on the legacy that the old US of A was built on, NLA accepts immigration from various foreign peoples. The missions we take on, both main story and side quests, can sometimes introduce us to new life forms, allowing them to take residence in this fair city. With the man-on working with us now, we've got a new arms manufacturer. It's candid and credible, featuring almost entirely electric weaponry and armor designs inspired by old Earth anime. No, I'm serious, that's canon. The man-on are fascinated by Earth culture and watched a lot of anime for inspiration. The Outfitters and Granada Galactic collaborated to finish a new outfit for mechanics. Here's what they look like on screen if you're interested in buying at least one of each for fashion purposes. I said before that the man-on ship can now be explored as a new area for NLA, but this is how you get to it. Next to the Blade Tower is this warp device. Just stand on it and you'll be warped onto the ship. Quite convenient. Go ahead and save here. Alright, so everything is taken care of. Now for the nitty-gritty about Overdrive. First off, it's activated by pressing the middle button on the arts palette during battle and needs 3000 TP. Upon activation, you do deal some damage to all nearby enemies in a burst of energy, and how powerful this is depends on your potential stat. This energy burst does not happen if you reactivate Overdrive while in Overdrive. During Overdrive itself, art cooldowns are massively shortened, and tertiary cooldowns are enabled, which allow for even more powerful versions of arts. This is why you saw tertiary cooldown effects when looking at arts. Plus, secondary and tertiary cooldowns fill up despite whatever weapon you have out. Damage is also increased while enemy debuff resistance is decreased, but both can go even further. As you can see, there is a timer as well. Overdrive ends when it reaches 0. The hit counter right above it ticks up every time you land a hit with any kind of art, and the higher the hit counter, with the max being 100, the stronger the Overdrive combat bonuses become. Said bonuses are increased damage, shortened art cooldown, and decreased enemy debuff resistance. Now to backtrack a bit and explain the arts used when in Overdrive. The counter changes its color to match the last art used, and that color signifies the kinds of bonuses that are currently in effect. The basic color bonuses are green, blue, and purple, and activate regardless of the counter's color. Using a green art extends the Overdrive by 0.05 seconds, multiplied by the counter number. Using a blue art extends the Overdrive by 0.1 seconds times the counter number. Using a purple art lets you gain 10 TP times the counter value per hit. So multi-hit purple arts work fantastic with TP gain here. If the counter color is at orange, yellow, or purple, damage multiplier bonuses and enemy resistance nullifiers become activated, and both become more powerful depending on how high the counter is. Following me alright so far? I hope I'm doing a good job explaining this, because now we're getting into something a bit more complicated. which is color combinations. These bonuses activate depending on which art you use while the counter is a certain color. If you use an orange art while the counter is yellow, or vice versa, the counter does not increase, so I would recommend not using that combination. If the counter is green and you use any color art, the overdrive count is doubled for that attack, so use any multi-hit art after a green art to quickly build up the counter. Using any color art while the counter is purple adds extra appendage damage to the attack. If you use a green art with a blue counter, you gain more HP recovery. If the counter is blue and you use a purple art, the art's status effect duration is increased by 25%. Every time you use 3 orange arts in a row, you gain a 10% increase in EXP gained at the end of battle, up to 200% max. Similarly, use 3 yellow arts in a row for a 10% increase in class experience, up to 200%. One last thing. Overdrive is actually more powerful depending on how many party members are in Overdrive at the same time. If 2 members are in Overdrive, you get a 50% increase in Soul Voice's activation rate. With 3 members, you get 50 more TP per hit with any art. With the entire party in Overdrive, everybody takes 50% less damage across the board and gains Super Armor, which nullifies all mobility debuffs, which are Flinch, Stagger, Topple, Launch, and Knockback. If you're having trouble getting your party to be in Overdrive, use the battle command for keeping tension up, either through the command menu or the R button shortcuts. You can also just make sure they don't have TP arts, but some of them are pretty useful to have. I think that should be everything about Overdrive. If that was a bit much to absorb, I don't blame you. Use the point attack to practice until you get it right. But yeah, once you learn how to use Overdrive, it'll become an extremely valuable tool, especially late game. Before I close things off, though, I want to show off the men on ship now that the game pointed out how to get there. See this teleporter right here? Yeah, this is the thing we're going to have to take. So just approach it, hit A, and you'll be warped to the man on ship. Yep, here we are. We're on deck. And right now, only the starboard portion of the ship is open, so we can head in. But yeah, it's even got its own music. Strange-looking ship, huh? Now you know what the undeveloped area was on Frontier Nav. It ended up being the man-on ship. So expect to have quests pop up here too, but I'm not going to get into what has popped up until the Chapter 6 video. So with that said, stay safe, happy, and healthy, and I will see you on the next video. After indulging in the alternate dialogue, of course.
Don't you find it a little odd that we can understand these alien languages?
Good point.
I doubt it. Tatsu, did you study our language?
Friends' language?
What language are we speaking right now?
What language? Nopon, of course. Friends Nopon very good, by the way.
He's losing his biocirculatory plasma. I can't fix this here. Elma, I need you to contact the Mimioso Maintenance Center for me. Ask them to have a Type 085 left arm and transfusion ready ASAP.
Welcome back.
So, how's that new left arm feeling? Man, what a relief.
You're lucky Lynn was with us. If she hadn't acted as fast as she did, you might have bled out entirely. We could have lost your whole unit.
Oh, it was nothing.
Before we go any further, I wanted to apologize. I should have realized you might have forgotten about this, but... as you probably noticed, the body you're inhabiting is artificial. We call them mimeosomes. MIMS for short.
Mimeosomes are designed to mimic human physiology.